Hello everyone, and welcome to episode holy fucking shit
67
of Improv Night with Stevie Boy and Shosaki. Say hi, Shosaki.
Woo! Hello.
He is our only British man here. We get foreign points. So, before we start us off, obviously, we gotta get into we gotta get through the legalese first, as you all know if you've been here before. So, first, let's just get through it real quick. First, we are always open to recommendations, requests, anything at all. Anything. In this,
beautiful
Discord server here, discord.me/improv.
You can win one of these. Modeled
you
by
could win one of these banners. We have too many of these banners. You got to take one.
You too can be part of this beautiful Discord.
Yeah, of course. And it comes with some exclusive stuff there if you want to join in and come here often and go in there. Anyway. Also recording, streaming, taking photos, as long as you're just doing it with what's on the stage and not the audience, all of it's permitted. Although, we got a little secret just for you guys right here. You see that nice circular avatar up there in the top or the back? If you're in the second space, you have no if you're in the second space, you have no idea what I'm talking about. If you see her, then you're in the first space. But she is Hawthorne, and she is she's streaming to the Improv VR YouTube channel this show, so you don't have to, but you still can if you want. And also, any level of experience or expertise is lovingly welcome. Have you never done improv before? Of course, just come right up here, and you could practice up here. We can make a fool of everybody, and we'll have fun anyway. Also, mature audiences only. Much like I said before, you know that fucking shit part. We're gonna be saying fucking shit. So if your landlord doesn't want to hear excessive sounds of fucking rabbit, I don't know, then you might want to get out of here. I don't know.
You need to work on your similes.
I do have to work on my similes. Also, please stay unmuted for laughter or quick comments. Those are totally fine. But if you're having a full-on conversation about the meaning of life and how many digits are exactly in pi, you got to go to the campfire for that. That's the only place where conversations are welcome. And last but not least, when you're on the stage, we'll instruct you on how to do that in just a little bit, but when you are on the stage, make sure to turn on your megaphone in your lower right, and when you're off the stage, turn it off. That'll make it so that everyone in the space can hear you while you're up here, and your comments stay to yourself while you're down here. So there you go. And Second, would you please start us off?
I thought you'd forgotten my name just for a second there. Okay. So we're going to get some suggestions from the audience. We're going to start off with a skit to get two people up on stage. In order to get invited, you need to click on that ask a question button or use the hand emoji. So we're going to start off with, from the audience, shout out, that's something you'd hide from your parents.
Oh, wow, this is going off to a great start.
Your bad report card. What else? Any others? Okay. Bad report card. Okay.
I was surprised someone didn't say a ticket to Improv Night with Stevie Boy.
Girlfriend. Okay. They can be elderly parents. They don't have to be. You don't have to be a child. It could just be, your internet history. Tube
Dead
sucks.
cat?
Jesus.
Comrade. We know Don's
Jesus.
not here because we don't hear someone saying a Jew.
Ate my dog. Okay.
Methamphetamine.
Dirty underwear.
Methamphetamines, wow. There's just a sea of good suggestions here.
Yeah. Let's...
I'm going to let you take on that burden.
Yeah, let's go for... you know what? Let's just go for a bad report card. There you go. First one.
Bad report card made out of methamphetamines.
It's sort of the cleaner. It's one of the cleaner ones. Well, we don't know what the report card's for yet, so it could be for pornographic studies. I don't know. Right. Okay. So the next thing, where are we? Where is this set?
You got a fucking report card for pornographic studies.
That could be I'm sure there's a university or somewhere that has media studies specialty in pornography. I'm sure that's a thing.
There's an app
in
for
some
that.
university. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, citations. And it's just a string of URLs that are blocked
For
on universities.
science.
I did my research, and now I can't use my clicky hand anymore. So that's. So where is this set? Where's this going to be set? Where we're obviously hiding something from our parents. A report card.
On Mars. Basement.
In the basement, on Mars, in the closet. Any others? What's that? Sorry.
He said Auschwitz.
I didn't hear that at all. Sorry. Okay. We've had it more than once, so let's go for in the basement.
In the basement on Mars.
Presumably where you live, in the basement. You're hiding your report card from your parents. All right.
How to lose 20 viewers in 2 minutes.
I know. Good things can happen in basements. Not all bad things. It's a great place to store things. I don't know. Anyway, so let's go. Right. So we got. So we got the scene. So we're hiding our report card from our parents in the basement. So we need 2 people from the audience. So if you want to hit that ask a question button, let's see. Audience questions. We've got Budman first. I'll do it. Okay, Budman.
I just realized just a second, clicked the ask a question button, and I thought
yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I don't need to ask a question. It was accidental. Yes, we've got Budman, and let's go for Snackable. Budman and Snackable. All right. Have we got Budman? There you go. Snackable. Come on up, Snackable. The price is
Snackable,
right.
if you're secretly Kevin Hart, then I'm gonna have a fit.
All right, Kevin Hart. Okay, I don't know who that is, but I think it's a comedian, isn't it? In the US.
Yeah, he's
is
a
that
comedian.
right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but okay. Well, son. Where's that report card? I heard you should be getting that today.
You lost
I think I dropped it in the basement.
Wait a minute.
Why do us, Sonny? You tell us exactly what's
You
going
listen to your
on
mother.
in your week.
Whatever she's saying, I don't.
Put your megaphone on.
You tell me exactly what's going on.
Come on, let's go down to the basement and get your report card. Whoa. We're not going to see anything that's going to upset your mother, is it? Are we?
Someone needs to turn on
clean up, right?
megaphone.
Not like last time I walked in on you.
Oh, no.
Before you go, apparently you and your friend over here that you brought over, you guys need to turn on megaphone in your lower right, just so you know.
Hey, my megaphone's on.
I would prefer not if you're not
Good.
part of the skit.
Okay. By the way, by the way, Mom, our son Snackable has been bringing over his friend Budman a lot recently. Let's just give these guys some time before we go down to the basement.
That's my boyfriend.
Oh God.
Oh, hey. Oh, see? Oh, that's great. Oh, guys.
What?
I'm still
Your
going to need to see
boyfriend.
that report card.
I'm not sure how I feel about Avatar marriage in this town. I did
Hey,
not
what happens
vote
between
for
two
this.
avatars is their own business, right? The love between an avatar
Hey,
and
what
another
we do in the
avatar.
basement is our own
You
business.
let me have my outdated values, Harold.
Come on, it's not the 1980s now, Meryl. Okay, well, come on,
What?
come
I
on,
can't
son.
hear you.
Let's see that
My
report
ears are
card.
plugged. I'll wait here
Well,
while
I
you go
guess
show
we're
them the
shooting
report
another
card.
episode of Brokeback
Okay.
Space.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to live in the basement, our number one son, with the washing machine. Our firstborn, our most loved. We only have like one room for eating and sleeping otherwise, so that's our room. You know, me and Meryl here. So you have to be in the basement.
Did
We
you
can
say
people-
Meryl?
Yeah.
Isn't Meryl your ex-wife? My name's Cheryl. We have some talking to do. Okay, show me your report card now.
I'm starting to worry about your weight. Yeah, that's a very unnatural waist you got there, son. Like, you got like a 15-inch waist. That's not normal.
I didn't name you after what most people find in their lunchbox for nothing, to have you dishonor our family.
I think it's nice that he's finally found someone who accepts him for who he is.
They may kick your ass.
Tasty treat for every child.
Oh, he is schmooey. So hard is he working?
Oh. Right, I just got to go up into the attic and sort something out, alright? I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Oh, you always have to go to the attic, Harold. Okay. So, let me see it. Come on. Hand it over. Oh, just give that to me, Snackable. You told me this would be methamphetamines. I was gonna be so proud.
No, he said cocaine, not propane.
Oh, sorry. So, do you have a report card to show me? I was told I'm supposed to see a report card.
You're supposed to see my report card too?
Yeah, I know you graduated 26 years ago. I need to see your report card.
Okay, I'll have to remember where I put it. It's been a while.
Okay, take your time. Everybody have a nice nap for a second. We gotta take some time here. Just a second, please come back. Okay,
oh,
do you
that's
have
right.
the report card now?
Okay.
Wh-
Son, what have I told you about lame excuses? All right, if you're going to come up with an excuse, make it a good one.
Megaphone
You can't keep
again.
claiming to
Oh,
have wiped your
I
ass
never-
on the report card every time. Like that's only going to work the few times, like the first 2 or 3 times. That's not going to work every time.
He told me you were out of toilet paper. He told me you were out of
Oh,
toilet
you
paper.
were never on megaphone. Oh, I don't know what to do with you.
Dude, you're making your mom worry.
Your mother's having a moment, all right? Your mother's having a moment. Just
You're gonna give your mom a heart attack, dude.
okay. I'm gonna go get your mother a nice cup of tea. All right.
It'll be okay.
You stay down here because I'm not
alright.
finished with you yet.
Thank you, Budman. You always were so sweet.
I think you just met him. Is there something going on between you two that I don't know about? You say you're Snackable's boyfriend, but wait a minute. Are you hitting on my wife?
No, dude. I swear it was all. I swear it was only one time. I mean, no.
Dun dun dun. Dun,
My
dun,
vagina
dun,
doesn't even exist. I'll see
Find
you
out
later.
next week. Will my wife ever come back? Will my son ever get someone who actually really appreciates him or not? Find out on next week's episode of the strangest report card show. Right. Thank you to Snackable and Budman. And
I'm gonna go take a bow.
there you go. Well, you should try something new
Well,
every
that was
day.
something.
That could be a new thing for the day.
Part of
so-
your morning routine.
Okay, so
everybody-
Stevie Boy, it's up to you. What's up next?
So just before we get on to the next game, because people seem to forget, again, when you come up on stage, in your lower right, turn on your turn off your megaphone. Turn on your megaphone, sorry. Just that everyone
That's a
can hear
great
you,
Morty. Oh, great
thanks to notification.
Rick impression.
Don't
forget,
and if you don't
turn on
see
your
it, you
megaphone.
might have to re-enter. Sorry, I had a banana earlier. Yeah.
Can't
So-
use that as an excuse. Again.
Next
again.
we got we got a little we got a nice game for you called Fortunately, Unfortunately. Who's played before? Cricket. Okay. So, for those of you who haven't played before, we have the rules are so you don't get to know what's happening before you come up on the stage. So we're gonna clear out the audience questions thing real quick. If you want to be part of it, you can click the ask a question thing again. And when two people come up, one of us comes up with the start of a story. You know, like I walked to the grocery store today. And then the next person says, fortunately, this happens. Then the next person says, unfortunately, this happens. And then people take turns between fortunately and unfortunately.
Yeah. All right, so we need two people from the audience.
We have Matt and Alex/Austin. If you guys could come up on the stage, you are now mirrored. Please turn on your megaphone as well.
Mirrored. Right, so make sure your megaphones are on, guys. And Matt.
There we go.
So you want to start us off, TV boy?
Of course. So our first scenario is left over from the Christmas special.
Jesus.
You're a kid on.
These premises are stale. Go on.
You're a kid on Christmas Eve in your PJs in the middle of the night, and you walk down the stairs and see Santa, although it just turns out to be a rabbi dressed in red.
Fortunately, it means that you won't lose any presents because it's not Father Christmas.
Okay.
Go first.
Is that okay? I don't know. Matt,
so yeah, you go.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I go? Or
Yeah.
Okay, so fortunately, it was the one and only Joker, the rabbi. See Joker.
No, he's not here.
Wait, is he here?
No.
Oh,
No, he's not.
So,
I'm supposed to do it unfortunately.
yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, he was eating the cookies he went down to steal.
Fortunately, those cookies were oatmeal and raisins, so we didn't want them anyway.
This has gone such a weird direction. Am I unfortunate now?
You're unfortunate.
Unfortunately, Santa forgot to bring his EpiPen, so he couldn't test his blood sugar levels and ate a few too many cookies.
Oh, wait, is it me now?
Yeah.
Apparently we're doing an X thing, so it's me, you, doing this now.
I mean,
Okay. Alright. Sure. I'm a little bit confused how we got to... Okay, never mind. Wait, let me think. Okay, so, yeah, am I fortunate?
Yes.
sure.
Okay, so, fortunately, the milk was non-fat milk, and so that slightly helped with his overweight problem.
Unfortunately, after he drank the milk, he got extra hungry and then just ate more cookies.
Unfortunately, these cookies were laced with laxatives. Many laxatives.
Fortunately, he was in somebody's house, so he had easy access to a toilet, even if it wasn't his own.
Unfortunately, turns out he's a clean freak, and so he refuses to use any other toilet of his own unless it's scrubbed clean.
Fortunately, one of the kids he was giving presents to was also a clean freak, so they just had a bunch of cleaning supplies in their present.
Good God.
Unfortunately, he got thirsty again, and he just decided to drink the cleaning supplies, not realizing he was cleaning supplies.
Fortunately, from his drinking days as a student, Santa was completely unaffected by drinking cleaning supplies.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, while doing this, he spilt some of the cleaning supplies on the floor, and not knowing it, he slips and hits his head on the sink.
No.
One fell off and bumped their head.
Now they have a concussion.
Fortunately, there was a first aid kit in the bathroom.
Unfortunately, this first aid kit was useless because it turned out this man was just the right man that smacked his head on a toilet. This was none other than Dr. Emmett Brown, Rabbi at Large, and this was a flux capacitor, not a first aid kit.
Fortunately, it was at that moment Santa realized he was in an epic crossover that was ready to go big time as the Santa Claus meets Back to the Future. And so
The back
it was
that
at that
stole
moment.
future.
It was at that moment that Marty walked into the bathroom.
Unfortunately, Marty. Unfortunately, Doc tried to go through the chimney because he wanted to be just like Santa, and he fell too far. He fell too hard, and also hit his head.
Jesus, this guy said
What
I can't
was
get a breath.
the kid's name again?
Marty.
Marty.
Okay.
Have you not seen Back to the Future?
Fortunately, Marty saw both the injured reindeer and Santa and decided to help them.
Unfortunately, these injured reindeer and Santa that I think just so happen to be Doc Brown. I'm not sure anymore.
Schrodinger's Doc Brown.
It turned out they had a bad case of pancreatic
Owies.
constipation because they're in the 80s.
They're in what? They're in what?
They have a bad case of constipation. Let's go with that.
Okay. Thankfully, Doc Brown was able to show Santa how to fix up his sleigh, and so Santa and his 12 reindeer went over 88 miles an hour and went back in time to just before Santa was about to come down the chimney.
Let's see. Unfortunately, one of the reindeer, Cantaloupe, that's his name. His
Dasher and
Drink.
Prancer and Cantaloupe.
Dasher and Cantaloupe.
Here's a foreign exchange reindeer.
He's on
He was at the North Pole for a work experience.
Imagine all the reindeer
wait,
names are just fruits. There's cantaloupe, watermelon.
And Rudolph, the odd one out.
Oh wait, am I unfortunately?
Just because these reindeers are very gay and happy doesn't mean they're fruits.
Oh,
Come on, unfortunately.
Anyways, unfortunately, the foreign exchange reindeer Cantaloupe, his restraints came loose just slightly enough to when they landed it slowed them down so much they just slightly went farther down to where it nicked one of the rooftops and caused a pileup.
Fortunately, the narrator / creator of whatever tragic events have happened has disappeared, and now there's no longer any bad events.
Unfortunately, that was a huge Deus Ex Machina, and written by M. Night Shyamalan. Thank you so much to Matt and Alex. You guys were great in the scene, in the game. Unfortunately, thank you so much for participating. You guys were awesome.
Yep.
Thank you.
Gotta go back in time.
I don't know why, but I mixed Back in Time in that moment with what's it called, that song Backstreet's Back. So I'm like, back in time, back in time.
I like the idea of a Santa Back to the Future crossover. That sounds awesome. It just sounds awesome.
The back that stole future.
Because they've done the car, they've been back in time with the car, and then they did a train. Now they got to do Santa's radio. It's the next logical step.
You can't tell.
Santa
Wait,
went back in
Mags,
time and stole
where's
radio.
Mag? Mags, I know you're an illustrator. Okay, I want to see. You guys can see this if you go to the Discord. I want to see you illustrate the fucking DeLorean with reindeer on it. I need to see if you can do it. With reindeer
or Santa's sleigh, but it's got the flux capacitor in the sleigh.
Like, imagine.
I want to see Santa's sleigh dodging flying cars in the future. There you go.
I want to see these reindeer just going, "What is this thing?" and just headbanging because like they're just so hooked on like the plutonium that's needed to fuel that flux capacitor. Anyway, Shiseki, so what's our next game?
I reckon we should play a game of the white game.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Now,
Shall I explain it, or do
I've
you want
never played before. What's
Okay.
this game? The Y game, good sir.
All right. So we only did this the first time last week, so we're going to have another go. Essentially, what we do is we're actually going to get 3 to 4 people up on stage. So we're going to go for more people up on stage because I'm not going to be playing in the first round, at least. And
as they say, we're all in this together.
Yeah. So what that means is we're going to let's get some people up on stage. So we got Warren and Mags. If you want to be on stage, just ask. Mags and Matt and let's go for I'm no Hank Hill. All right. So what we need to do is line up in a straight line and face me. And what we're going to do.
Somebody that didn't go can go, because I went.
Okay, well, we'll get Austin back up. Come on, Austin. Because we haven't got anybody else. All right, yeah. No, that's okay. We don't have anybody else who's asking. So what happens is we're going to start off with a story, and then we're going to explore it through the magical power of the word "why." So, Stevie boy, do you want to get us start off? Make sure you make that drawing, guys.
A true story. I ate a banana today, and it was unusually long.
Warren, why was Stevie Boy's banana so unusually long?
Jesus Christ.
Ooh. Max, why was Stevie Boy such dirty imagination?
Too much banana radiation.
Ooh, potassium. Austin, how much banana radiation is too much banana radiation?
Any bit. Oh my god, I'm sorry. It's choked on my spit.
Radiation has a bad case of banana radiation.
Radiation sickness.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. Well, sorry. What was it again? Sorry.
It's contagious.
How much radiation is too much radiation?
I think he's answering it.
Radiation. That involves too much radiation.
Any radiation. So, Stevie Boy, why are you so sensitive to radiation?
Because I am not a cockroach.
Warren, why isn't Stevie Boy a cockroach? Yeah. Or why is he? I don't know.
Too many.
Why doesn't he think he is? Why doesn't he think he is one? Max, why was Stevie Boy born with a non-cockroach mother?
Because he was actually born from oh man, no. Because he was born with he had a cockroach father.
Because he was born on the cockroach farm. He was born on the cockroach farm. Austin, why are they farming cockroaches?
Because back in 1882, their great-grandpa, Cantaloupe, that also happened to be a foreign reindeer. Oh my god, I got lost. I completely forgot the question again. I got sidetracked. What was that?
The question was less than 4 seconds ago.
Why were they farming cockroaches?
Oh yeah, because back in 1882's great-grandpa Cantaloupe kept the sacred tradition of farming cockroaches.
Cockroaches. That's southern accent. Cockroaches.
Are you having a stroke?
Stevie, why is Austin struggling so much saying the words cockroach?
I'm going to try not to go for the obvious answer. Because
say what you see.
Because his best friend is a cockroach. He helped him survive this nuclear blast right next to his house.
Oh, what was the nuclear blast next to his house, Warren?
That nuclear blast was caused by millions of cockroaches invading the where the nuclear blast happened.
One of you apparently doesn't have your megaphone on.
Oh, who doesn't have them?
Mine's on.
In your lower right.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I didn't have mine on. I forgot about that.
Ah, okay. Okay, say that again, Warren. So why did the nuclear blast go off? Because of the cockroaches.
The nuclear blast went off because of millions of cockroaches invaded the place where the blast happened.
Max, what would you say was the trigger point for the great cockroach invasion of 1860, whatever Austin said, 1862? 1862.
62.
Oh, I'm crying right now. I'm crying.
Man, well, see, one year there was this Rabbi Santa Claus, and he left too many cookie crumbs. See, and they just kept coming. Too much banana radiation as well.
Ooh, okay. Austin, why was Santa so liberal with his cookie crumbs?
Because he's very picky with those crumbs. An old reindeer by the name of Cantaloupe used to secretly steal all of his crumbs, and now he needs them to perfection just for him.
I can't follow this anymore.
I can't either, James.
Why, Stevie boy? Why can't you follow this anymore?
Because back on November 11th of 2017, I made a big mistake.
And on that note, we're going to call it. Everyone in the audience has left anyway. Thank you very much to Warren, Max, and Austin.
Thank you, Warren, for changing your avatar twice during this skit and making it extremely difficult to tell which one was you.
Yeah, the only reason I did just to match what I was saying.
Oh, okay. Don't forget to turn your microphones off, guys. Oh, we've got a question from
my
the audience.
microphone is off.
I got a question from Matt.
Why does everything lead to Santa?
Why does everything lead to Santa? Because Shiseki got coal in his stocking about 14 years ago, and he still hasn't forgiven his Grammy.
Well, I haven't even taken out the coal. Like, it's just very uncomfortable.
He's wearing
to
the
this
stocking
day
right now.
You can use activated charcoal to sort of remove toxins, and believe me, where that coal is, that needs some detoxification. So.
If you have not sharpened into just anyway, so our next game.
It's your turn.
And our next game is going to be a nice game. This is one of my favorites. It's going to be a nice game of Sell It. Who here remembers Sell It back when we played it? So this game is where someone comes on the stage. It comes on the stage. We just get one. So I'm going to clear out the audience question thing. So click the button now if you want to be up here as the person that's
as a salesperson.
Okay, as someone who hasn't come up before. Here we go. Brandon. We have Brandon. If you could come up on the stage and turn on your megaphone, please, in your lower right. Okay, so now as he's doing that, and he comes to the very center of the stage, so now I'm going to have to, in the first instance, because we can't hear the second instance that easily, sorry, we're going to have to get someone to shout out a word they just made up.
Oh, we lost him. We lost
we lost Brandon.
Yeah.
So sub to PewDiePie. How about sub to PewDiePie? While we're at it, subscribe to PewDiePie, everyone. Sub to PewDiePie, you can come up on stage.
Or sub to T-Series now. I'm joking. Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
I swear. Okay, sub to PewDiePie isn't coming up. Let's see about
I saw a princess. It's gone now. There's a
I am no hand kill.
Oh, there it is. Go on, add. Ask again.
I'm no hand kill.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah,
Okay,
come up on stage. You can be our volunteer, and
there you go.
just come right here.
Stevie's willing victim. Go ahead.
Okay,
right.
so now we're going to have to get someone to, like I said before, we're going to have to get someone to shout out a word they just made up.
Just pick up a word, guys. Just shout it out.
Any word, literally anything. Porkuk? Did I just hear porkuk? Okay. So porkuk.
Sorry, porkuk.
I'm gonna say porkuk. So I'm no hand kill. We're gonna have to get you to try and sell the porkuk to us and your investors, that is the audience. Sell it as a product.
And we're going to ask you questions.
And we're going to ask you questions.
All right.
All right. Well, welcome to my porkuk orientation. What would you like to know?
Oh, well, I've heard so much about porkuk, but why don't you start off by telling, by giving some sort of a brief introduction as how is porkuk available everywhere, or is it over the counter, or is it something that I can just buy myself?
So, unfortunately, in the United States and Europe, porkuk is a Schedule I substance, but we are delivering it to India and Bangladesh. So, if you can make it out there, porkuk is something that it brings families together and it tears them apart. You can find it in your refrigerator, or you can find it under your house. It's an all-purpose ingredient.
Wow.
So, I have a very important question. I've heard that.
Very close.
I've heard that one of your founding members of the company of Porkuk Incorporated was Peter Porker. Is that correct?
Well, you see, Peter Porker, there's a long history with him. Unfortunately, his parents died, and his uncle.
Wow.
His uncle too. So he was motivated one day as he was jumping from building to building that he decided, what is something that this world needs, and this product, if you need to get your shoes shine, if you need to put a little something on your sandwich, that's what he wanted, That was his dream, so unfortunately our founder is not with us anymore, but he would have wanted he would have wanted it.
May he rest in pork.
I'm lactose intolerant. Can I have porkuk?
So we don't really know a lot about the chemical composition of porkuk. So, if you kept an EpiPen or a doctor or a surgeon nearby, I would highly recommend using it.
Okay. Cool.
So
is pork available organically?
Is it organic porkuk available?
Is porkuk available? Yeah.
Can I find it in my supermarket aisle under the organic aisle?
So his question is it vegan?
Does pork cuck contain animal products?
So, if you have vegan children, I would probably keep pork cuck away. But, if you have just vegetarian children, you might be able to talk them into it. Those vegetarian children, they're a little
bit more flexible.
Now, what if I only feed my children through...
I don't think we need to go over the details of the safety of the product. I don't feel as though, that's...
Has pork cuck got FDA approval for general human consumption?
You see, we have a direct deposit link. So, you just send us an invoice. We've handled this before. We may even show up to the funeral, give a statement
wow,
or
escalated
whatever have you.
So I have to ask.
So anyway, any more questions? Does anybody have any more questions about pork cuck?
If you overdose on pork cuck, if someone overdoses on, is someone allowed to say, that pork cuck?
How much am I allowed?
Keep it away from your wife, but.
What's the recommended daily allowance of pork cuck? Before I start going blind.
Like I said, it's versatile. So, if you're trying to clean your kitchen sink, I would say dump the whole bottle in there. If you're trying to poison your grandmother,
comes in liquid form.
I'd say probably about a quarter of the bottle. What? So
does
anyway, you said, can you use it as a hat? Yes, it is very hat-able, and you can also use it as a scarf. Next question.
Now, what if I only feed my children through throwing stones into a wood chipper that is pointed at my children and hoping nutrients reach their mouth? And can I use pork cuck in this process?
And also, why is this person not in jail?
Pork cuck is
I don't care if he lives in a cabin in the woods.
It's a perfect product for you.
Yeah. Do you deliver to the middle of goddamn nowhere? With him and his family and his wood-chipped children?
As long as it's not in the UK or the US, yes, we do.
Oh, there you go. So all the places that have very poor, lax laws and standards, it's available.
I would use law in a loose term. These things are all subjective, right? You gotta feed your kids, you gotta feed your kids. You gotta poison your grandma, you gotta poison your grandma. We don't ask questions.
Now, what if I have to hide my kids and hide my wife?
Next question.
Am I allowed to consume pork cuck to sustain themselves?
There's an art to hiding your kids and hiding your wife. So, you see, he looking for
woods.
you. He gonna find you. And so you better run and tell that.
Wow.
Oh my god.
You are so dumb.
Thank you for the questions. Pork cuck available 2019. We are going to be fielding any questions after the show as well, although please don't ask too many. Yeah.
Do you have a website? porkcuck.com?
See, that domain was taken, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
We highly recommend
do not go to
that
porkcuck.com. Just so you know.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Was it
Sure.
kid tested and mother approved?
Was a kid tested and mother approved for
Yes, so-
spaces that didn't hear him?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, so we have tested it on children, and the children didn't like it too much, but the mothers did. So I would say it was mother approved and kid tested.
Now, what
Yeah.
was the survival rate of these children?
Maybe not. Well, you see, the data's unclear. We
Correlation
have,
is not
some
causation, Stevie boy.
conflicting data, and
Terms and conditions apply.
the thing you need to
Ask
know
your parents
is
before
it
going to
works,
porkcuck.com.
You better sign a waiver while you're at it.
In the Hankel, I think I recognize you from you somewhere. Did I see you on Dragon's Den or Shark Tank recently?
Shark Tank, and you know, I didn't really get an investment, but that's okay because you know we're a pretty successful company. Like I said, India and Bangladesh, they love us. There's this Indian version of Shark Tank called Shark Tech Support, and we always, you know, go over there and you know have a whole hoorah and.
Is that where Baby Shark came from?
Do you have a jingle for your product yet? Oh, she's frozen.
I think it's called Bye Poor Cock.
Oh dear. No.
Watch Porky's. Anyway, so thank you so much to I'm No Hand Kill.
This is what happens when you don't get your daily recommended dosage of pork.
Yeah, she's actually frozen. Yeah, she's actually paralyzed in place for the rest of the show, unfortunately. Or she might Thanos dissolve in a couple minutes. Oh no.
I tell you what, she didn't want to answer
good.
that last question, did she? Very suspicious. As soon as we brought up the contentious question of the theme tune of the jingle for the product, you know, she fielded all those excellent questions.
And you said that I belong to prison. So, Shiseki, what's our next game? Our last game for the night.
Oh, God, you can't put the burden of choice on me. I'm a greedy beast. Let's play a game.
You need some pork.
I've eaten my pork for the day. You know, I've had more than my fair share. You know, I've had my fill.
I haven't quite been filled to the brim with pork yet.
No, but you have eaten a suspiciously long banana, you said earlier.
Yeah. Apparently, it has a high pork content.
Actually, I don't think you said it was suspiciously long. But anyway, anyway, thanks to our sponsors for today.
In our merch store.
Yep. Our main sponsors, Porkcock. It's a real product that you can get online now. Just go on your justeat.co.uk or your Uber Eats or whatever it is, and just type in Porkcock, and then you know you can have it delivered to your door in seconds.
And
fresh
can
from
have
the
fries with that, which is the particularly weird part.
Just I mean, I have to go fly to somewhere else.
Yes. So our next game is, you know what, let's take a vote for what our next game is. So do you guys want another quick game of, if you want, say, fortunately, unfortunately, or,
Y
or
game,
or
hearts.
the Y game. Yeah. Let's go with either fortunately, unfortunately, hearts, or clapping is Y game. That is exactly 50-50. Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, no.
Someone in the back is cheating. They did both. Okay, so...
I think there's more claps. So what was claps?
Yeah, clapping. It's... So the Y game, I think that was the Y game. I keep forgetting.
It's always the clap.
Let's go with Y game.
The clap game.
So okay. So we're gonna need everybody click the Ask a Question button. We're gonna dismiss all. Now you can click it again, and you can be part of this next one. Okay, so we got Physics Dude, we got Emma, Jack Will, and Princess CJ. Actually, all people that haven't been up today yet. So that's nice.
Cool.
Do not unclick Ask a Question.
Yeah,
Please do not.
Because we can't. You're mirroring. So everybody come up. We just read. Physics Dude, Emma, Jack Will, and Princess CJ coming up. The price
you are
is right.
contractually obligated to come on the stage.
Obligated?
Abrogated. Appreciated.
All right, Jack Will and Princess CJ. We got a full house. Look at this. Do you want to ask questions,
Can
or
you
shall I?
remind everyone to turn on megaphone?
Please turn on your megaphone. By the way.
Yeah, make sure your
all of
megaphone's
you in
right,
your
guys.
lower right. Anyway,
I don't know what that tune is, but I recognize it. Hey, in the straight line, please, guys.
Yeah, straight line over here. It's just line up right here. Line up right here.
Right.
We're gonna keep doing this until you guys all line up.
Yeah. Right.
I thought
Stephen
I
Boy,
was
are you
like
asking
that.
questions or shall I?
I will do this for the next 12 hours if I have to. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so you can come up with something. I'll do this part, and you can come up with a question.
All right. I can come up. No, your question. If you're doing this, if you're standing there,
right. You come up with the.
Okay.
Thing.
All right. I went to the park to walk my dog and saw loads of dogs having a great time running around and with other dogs.
Jackwell, why were there dogs at this park? Wow, your microphone volume was low.
Yeah, you're very quiet.
So someone took them there illegally. So why were these dogs illegal, Emma? You need to unmute yourself in your lower left.
Oh. Dog police.
So why?
Emma,
why? So
you're muted,
so why
Emma,
are these dogs illegal, Emma? Okay. So physics dude, why do dogs commonly like to go to the park?
Because there's a dude at the park that runs his remote control car all around the park, and the dogs just love chasing it.
Okay, so why do dogs love chasing things, Shiseki?
That is a good question, Stevie boy. I'd like to start by addressing the real question that's on everybody's lips. Why chase anything ever? I mean, dogs have a desire to hunt and kill, so presumably they sometimes like to. People are just going, they're leaving. The answer is we don't fully know. Scientists have yet to come back with an answer.
So Princess CJ, you're gonna need to unmute yourself in your lower left just so we can hear you. When we ask this question, why are Shiseki's dogs charged for serial murder?
Well, because I got nothing.
So Jack Will, why is it so difficult to come up with a reason why Shiseki's dogs are charged for serial murder? Now, why do dogs make Princess CJ shy? Physics dude.
Well, it's not really shy, it's fear. But it's because they're pit bulls.
Oh, okay.
Jack Will has no megaphone.
Stage please, guest.
Will, please turn on your megaphone in your lower right. So Shiseki, why is Princess CJ not a fan of Pitbull music?
Pitbull music?
Pitbull's music. You know, the rapper.
No. Well, when she was a kid, you know, her dad used to play Pitbull's music, and somehow, and so she had a very bad relationship with him. So she always associates Pitbull music with him and other dogs' music, not just Pitbulls, but other dogs' music in general, but specifically Pitbulls.
So Princess CJ, why did Pitbull do a cover of Toto's Africa for the Aquaman soundtrack? Why in God's name did he do that?
Because it was the only thing he could think of at the time that everybody knew.
So Jack Will, why are dogs causing the entertainment industry to run out of ideas?
Everybody's just so attracted to them that they get their mind off of everything else and they just can't come up with anything.
So, Psychics dude, why does Jack Will seem to want to sleep with dogs?
Well, it gives him that sense of comfort. Plus, you know, he likes the feeling of the fleas biting him as he sleeps with him.
And speaking of something that makes you itch like fleas, thank you everybody for attending the show. Thank you so much to Jack, Will, Physics Dude, Almost Said Shiseki, and Princess CJ, and everyone else who has come up on the stage during the show and helped us out to make this so fun and nice and cool. Make sure to go into the Discord server right here to discord.me/improv to converse with us throughout time and space, anything that ever was or
Don't
ever
forget
will.
to subscribe to our
Things.
YouTube channel so that we can beat T-Series.
Jesus. Subscribe to PewDiePie, and also in the events calendar, make sure tomorrow the Thing in a Place podcast is doing an International Women's Day special. So that's cool. Nicole right here is going to be part of that, so that's especially nice. We're also, I think Center Stage is also tomorrow, just a little bit earlier. It's like an open mic night thing, but for people in a UK time zone. Later in the week as well, I think maybe or maybe not there's the Tuesday, because I think they're every other week now. You can check in your events calendar. The Tuesday nights at 10 Eastern Standard Time. Also, Chris's LGBTQ meetup on Wednesdays, and the Hive on Thursdays. And of course, none other than Improv Night with Stevie Boy Shiseki every Saturday night, same day, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shiseki, do you have anything else to know?
Nope, that's it. Have a great time, guys. Happy Outspace.
Thank you all for coming, and mwah.